In this video, we're talking about timesheets in Buildxact. Specifically, we'll look at the Buildxact version that you'll find in the on-site app. And just a quick note before we start, Buildxact does connect with other time tracking tools like Deputy or QuickBooks Time, but this video focuses just on Buildxact timesheets. We'll go through how to capture time, assign it to a job, and share a few tips and tricks. I'll be switching back and forth between my Buildxact account on the desktop and the Buildxact on-site app on my phone, just so you can see what it looks like from both sides. So let's jump over to my phone, and the first thing is you'll need to have a job created in Buildxact for this. That is the only prerequisite to using the timesheets. I've got the Buildxact on-site app open, and on the home screen, you'll see the option to create timesheet. When I open that up, you'll notice the app automatically fills in some dates and times, and this is just based on the most common ones, but of course you can easily change these. As we get down to the next section, you'll look at job details, and this is where you assign which job the time entry belongs to. And a small note here, if you're a Buildxact paid user using the on-site app, you'll see all the jobs in your list. If you're a subcontractor, you'll only see the jobs you've been invited to. I'll go ahead and choose this job, and you'll notice there's a category and item field. This is where you can show what that time was for. I'm going to flip back into my Buildxact account for a second, and within that job I selected, I'm now in the actual costing section. And think of actual costings as a mirror image of your quote. It lists all your categories and line items, and as you log cost, this is what helps you see that nice report comparing what you estimated versus what you actually spent. So when we tell the timesheet where that time should go, it's pulling directly from these categories and line items in your actual costings. I'll click into this existing conditions category, and this line item here is what I'll record time against. Now, back on the phone, and again, I'll select the existing conditions category. Now, at a minimum, people just need to pick the job, but we recommend encouraging your team to add as much detail as possible, even if they're not 100% sure. It's easier for you to adjust or correct it than to guess later, since you'll review and have to approve all of these timesheets later on. Even just adding the job and category is great. So you might tell your crew, just select the job, I'll handle the rest, or you might tell them to fill in the job, the category, or even the item so you can track everything accurately. Really, whatever works best for your workflow. There's also a notes field, which is super handy for adding any quick details or context for whoever's reviewing the timesheet. And I'll just put a quick note in here so you can see where that lands, but once you're done, just hit save. And now, heading back to my Buildxact account. A common misconception is that timesheets will just show up straight away in that job, which is not true. You'll need to go to Jobs and then Imported Timesheets. Here you'll see two tabs, Buildxact Timesheets for those entered through the on-site app, and Integrated Timesheets, and those are from tools like Deputy or QuickBooks Time. All your submitted timesheets will show here. You'll see who entered them, the notes, and any details they added. And a key note here is that everything is editable. When you're looking through these timesheets and approving them, the key thing you'll need to confirm is the job and the category, basically where the time belongs. You can edit any of these fields right here, and you can even type in a new category if needed. If the user chose an item, you'll see that too, and you can remove or change it. If you've used the imported bills feature, this works the same way. If you don't assign it to an existing item, Buildxact will just create a new line under that category for you. How you handle this depends on your business. Some people prefer to group all timesheets under one line, while others like to separate them by category or labor type. Both approaches work fine. Next, let's talk pay rates for a moment. These are linked to the contact, where we store details for your subs and employees. If a pay rate hasn't been set up yet, you can click Edit, and Buildxact will take you right to the contact's details. Here, you can add multiple rates. For example, regular time, overtime, weekend rates, and so on. Just make sure one of them is marked as the default, which will be used automatically. Once everything looks good, hit Create Work Order. You'll see a success message, and that timesheet disappears from your list, and it's now added to the job. If you ever accidentally ignore a timesheet, not a problem. You can find and restore it under Settings and Ignored Timesheets. Now let's jump into the job to see where that timesheet ended up. You'll first find it under Work Orders, along with any notes that were added. And if you open up the record, you'll see a line that says Imported from Buildxact. That's there just to help you track where that entry came from. You'll also see the cost reflected in your actual costing screen. If I hadn't chosen an item earlier, Buildxact would have created a new line for me automatically, but there it is against the one that we chose. And that's it. That's how you can use Buildxact timesheets to track time from the field, review it, approve it, and see how it flows through to your job costings. As always, if you have any questions, please let us know.